Welcome to the Glutes and Giggles podcast.
What's happening, girls? You all right?
We were having a wee glass of wine a few weeks ago and we're chatting and thought it would be fun for us to do our own podcast. So here we are.
Yeah, we're going to talk about moving to Dubai, what got us into the fitness industry, and men. So, Hannah, start us off. Why did you come to Dubai?
So
Very broad question.
Very broad question. So it all started, God, a few years ago now, to be fair. I've always wanted to move abroad and wanted to live in the sunshine. So came out to Dubai for a holiday, absolutely loved it. And
Here
just
we
felt
are.
so motivated. And here I am now. So in November, I came on my third trip here, I think it was. And I basically decided then, this is where
I'm living here.
this is where I'm going to live. This is where I want to be. So kind of started thinking about things then, getting things in motion, and then fully decided in January and set everything up basically. So,
oh my God, I remember you actually messaging me saying that you got your visa. I nearly pooed myself.
Literally. It was all so quick. So I guess for a bit of backstory, we met in January.
Yeah, so we met at a business event, didn't we? So we actually was with another great group of girls and boys, and we ended up probably sitting near each other. And then wasn't it Harriet said that, you're wanting to move to Dubai. I was thinking about it, and then we ended up sitting next to each other. And then I've just been annoying you ever since.
Yeah, the rest is history essentially. So I think it was February or March, had decided to go with the company and make the move, and I messaged you.
Yeah.
And then basically bullied you into it.
Literally, I wanted to, but I hadn't actually got it in my head that I was actually going to move at this point. And then you started saying, oh, I actually am going for it, because it's different someone saying it and then you actually doing it. 100%. So when you did it, oh my God, I was a little bit jealous, I'm not gonna lie, because then I was I've got to do it. I need to come. I didn't want to have to come on our own as well. I have to be a good friend and
have to come along with me. I know, actually thinking about it now, having been here for 5 weeks, I feel it would have been really weird if you hadn't been here.
Well, I moved here for 3 weeks without you being here. I actually ended up moving here first, but it was odd. It was a bit, we'll save that for another podcast.
That's the kind of backstory, I guess, of how we met each other. So been friends for, I guess, 6 months now?
6 months.
Yeah.
We've literally, ever since we've been in Dubai, I feel I think I've seen it every day.
Yeah, pretty much. Apart from check-in days when we're busy working. I think that's the only day that because
we go gym
take off. Yeah. So that's I guess the kind of summary of how we know each other and my move to Dubai, and also I guess your move was kind of...
Yeah, mine was pretty much the same, to be fair. I mean, I hadn't actually thought about it until this year. So it wasn't a couple of years that you'd already been thinking about it. I came out here for the first time last October, loved it, didn't actually think I'd have the opportunity to move.
I actually remember in the group chat.
Yes, you
put a message in being you'd been here a day. And you're
it was 10 minutes. I was in the taxi from the airport and I was going to my Airbnb, and I put in the group chat, I was I'm moving here, and everyone just thought I was just joking or whatever. And then surprise, here she is.
Yeah, literally.
I was actually joking at the point, no,
insane. Unreal.
And then in April, I was just you know what, I think it was April, wasn't it? Yeah, I'd already planned to move by that point.
Yeah.
And then, here we are. Then literally went home for 4 weeks and moved.
It's been good so far. It's been a whirlwind, to say the least. But
you've got your apartment now. So
yes, so we're filming in my apartment today, which I absolutely love.
It's stunning.
Yeah, it's really, really stunning. And then you should be in by the end of the week.
Hopefully by the end of the week. And then, because we've been living in Airbnbs and stuff at the moment, haven't we? But yeah.
So we are online fitness coaches. So that's where we're going to talk a lot about fitness stuff, helping you girlies with the problems you face in the fitness industry. We're really big in both of our ethos, I feel about helping our clients be able to live a normal, happy life.
Yeah, I feel even though they're separate businesses, I feel we coach very similar clients, literally very similar.
And that kind of comes from, I guess, our own backstories with food.
Yeah.
So I guess you want to touch on
why
you became a coach, how long you've been a coach for?
So oh God, people ask me how long, and I feel like I've been a coach forever, to be fair, because I like kind of like dipped in and out of it, like being a PT in the gym for a couple of years, but online coaching, I think 5 or 6 years. Properly, I'd say 4, like actually like doing it properly. But yeah, the reason why I actually became an online coach was because of my background, like with like nutrition and stuff. Like I had very bad eating habits when I was like growing up. To the point where I would starve myself. Like literally, I remember actually my mum, so I was like scared of calories. My mum actually bought me like 4 Jacob's cream crackers up to my bedroom, and I hid them under my bed for 3 days because I didn't want to have the calories. And how many calories is in one of those? Like
30.
Like 30, 20, whatever. So she was literally trying to get me to eat because I obviously had like the issue. I was just scared of like gaining weight, but then I would go on like a crazy binge because obviously I was starving. So I suffered for years. Like honestly, I was at uni, I suffered in school, I got called into the school office, my mum took me to the doctors. It was a whirlwind, but that is why I want to help women get out of the I don't know, like the issues like with nutrition, because it's so hard. Like I feel like it's so hard understanding, what you actually need to eat to get like the body that you want without starving yourself. You can have the things that you like. And it took me absolutely years. So I just want to help women kind of not get into that habit, or even if they are, get out of the habit, because now I just honestly feel so like there's a whole load of freedom. It's weird. Like we're going out every weekend, and I wouldn't have gone out. I would literally had no friends because I would have said no because of the calories.
Yeah.
Like I generally, all these girls were going to Zzz's once, and I said no because I didn't want to like have the calories on the menu because I was searching up.
It's so isolating when you're in that mindset with it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what scares people about starting their journey, is like they feel like they have to give up everything that they enjoy.
Yeah.
They don't want to do that. I mean, quite rightly so. Like it's not not enjoyable.
No, it's not. And I ended up with like no friends. My social life was really bad, and it sounds quite dramatic, but it was the truth. Like, but now, like even going out on the weekends, I don't care. Like I literally don't care. I just make sure I'm good in the week. I'm not restricting myself. I make sure I do my gym sessions. I'm going like hard in them as well. But I don't even feel any guilt. And if I ever said to myself like that, like 5, 6, 7 years ago, however long it was, I would have laughed at you, like, to be fair.
Yeah, like, it's like see where you are now and actually how you can manage it, and you've got such like a good relationship with it. You built this amazing business based on helping like other women do the same.
Like it's actually mad. And the fact that I wouldn't even go into the gym, like I was so scared to even like go into the weights area. Like I was such a shy girl. I'd stick at the corner of the treadmill. To now say that I'm an online fitness coach, it's mad. It is mad, but if I can do it, I think anyone can.
That's it, and that's why you can work with who you work with, because you've done it.
Yeah, it's actually crazy, and that's why I'm so passionate about it, I think. But yeah, what was yours?
So for me, I was going through phases like more so binging. Like I would like go up 2 dress sizes, go down 2 dress sizes, go up 2 dress sizes, and I would constantly like lose this like 8 to 10 kg, and then like go right back to what I was doing before, put it all back on, and like I just had it was either like completely restrictive. Like I remember seeing like a photo of myself recently, and I was like 50 kg. I was like absolutely tiny, like just like so flat and just so minuscule. And I remember feeling in that photo like I was still too big.
I have one of those, but I was literally like so thin.
And it's scary to look at it, because I'm like, oh my God, like you were so tiny and you still thought that you had more weight to lose. Like it freaks me out looking at it now. And then I was like, enough is enough. I'm so sick of this like yo-yo dieting cycle. And then basically like got myself out of it and learned how to manage my weekends accordingly and eat well during the week, and started just like really focusing more so on like my training and the things that were going really well, and trying to just inbuild really good healthy habits into my life. And that's how for the last like 5 years I've been able to essentially maintain my physique. So yeah, I've been a PT now for it'll be like five years. Like so I went through my own transformation, decided to do my qualification, and then I was still, obviously then it was COVID, and then I was doing like outdoor boot camp,
so was I.
And, like, stuff like that, and then I was working
like cones on the floor.
Yeah, totally. And then I was like worked in the gym, and then it's just the gym hours were just an absolute killer, and I was like, I just want to be able to help more people. So I decided to leave the gym floor, tried to go online, didn't really know how to do it.
Yeah.
It
It is scary actually, because like being a PT and then like being an online coach is like totally different worlds.
Oh, 100%.
Like so different. Like, but I personally feel like as well, like the people who are online get better results than the PT in person, because you can control everything, like the nutrition, the training steps. But if you just see someone like 1 hour a week, like
like my clients now compared to my in-person clients, results are like
mine are
unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's like, we always say this, like, it's not the hour in a gym that necessarily you need help with. Maybe in the beginning when you're really
with the
new.
form stuff, I think there are a lot of benefits to it.
But after like 4-6 weeks, like you end up just becoming really good mates with your clients. You're just having chats.
I was having a chit chat with them all the time. I knew everything about their life. I mean, I know a lot about my clients right now, but it's different. But like, honestly, I'd be their therapist.
Yeah, I know, totally.
Which I'm not mad at. I actually quite like, but that's not the point of it, is it?
So I think after a certain point, like the online, it's like the other 23 hours of the day where you do need that support and guidance, and like you need that message on a Friday to be like, right, this is the plan for the weekend. Are we feeling sorted? Are we feeling good about the plan ahead? 100%. And just that reminder and that reassurance that like everything's going to be okay. And I think the one thing my clients will always say is like, I just didn't know I could do this and not hate it.
Yeah.
Because dieting has got such like this horrible...
There's so much going around on Instagram, isn't there? Being like, oh, you know, you need to do this diet, this diet, this diet. But actually now recently a lot of it is to, you know, Instagram has kind of changed and it is promoting quite a lot of good stuff. I mean, I don't know if that's just the people that I follow, but
I know it's like...
It's hard to know what the situation is still, but I still think there's a lot of misinformation going around still about that, you know, not eating carbs anymore and all of that kind of stuff.
It's also just like the extremes of everything. Like you don't need to like cut out everything that you enjoy.
No, 100%.
Because what happens then when you go back to eating what you are, you're just going to put all the weight back on.
Like, let's be real. If you cut out bread, you're going to eat bread and you're probably going to eat 3, 4, 5 times as much.
I was like, I remember having a call with someone and they were like, yeah, I'm working with a PT. She's like, told me I'm not allowed rice. She's told me sandwiches are really bad for me. Like, da da da. And I was like, that is actually horrendous. I was like, she's literally telling you to cut out all of your carbs. And I was like, it's just
my favourite food.
It's a lazy way to coach because, of course you're going to get a result because they're cutting out 500-600 calories a day.
Well, that's like all the marketing of like, you know, diet companies, Weight Watchers, Slim and Wild, etc. The reason why you lose weight on any single one of these plans, including mine, is because you're in a calorie deficit. Yeah. That is literally it. It's like, not because you've cut out carbs, not because now you're tracking sins instead of bloody calories, or eating a mashed banana and it contains nothing.
This is the worst one. Like Weight Watchers and Slim and Wild. No offense if like you are listening and I think everybody's done it. I don't think I know anyone who's been long-term successful at it. Like my mum has been a part of Slim or was a part of Slim and World for like my entire life.
Yeah. And one thing about that as well that like really annoys me is the fact that like you have to weigh in front of like a group of people.
Oh my God, this morning.
Like this morning I did it in front of you and I was like, can you not look like...
Well, we've not even said about the video.
Oh yeah, so actually today, well, we did actually have some sweets here before we started this, but I actually ate all mine.
Yeah, you did.
And
I've not finished mine yet.
And yesterday you were like, I'm going to smash through them.
Oh my God. So basically, obviously we are starting the podcast. So once a week we're going to upload the podcast onto YouTube. It'll obviously be on Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts or whatever it's called. But we're also going to be doing like another video a week.
To do with like, so we're like on the YouTube with like a challenge. So I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel, like
so
always. But
I love YouTube.
I just I don't know. I think it was just the fear of, I don't know, just doing it. I think of like, it was also time as well. Like, I mean, time is not on our favour, to be honest, even at the moment. But I feel like we can definitely do it together if we share like some stuff about it as well, like editing and stuff. But yeah, we're going to do like a challenge. So today, what are we doing?
We're doing the 10,000 calorie challenge.
So what time is it? It is like nearly 11 o'clock.
We've smashed 3,000
calories
so far today, which is mad because our like baseline is like 2,200, 2,500.
Yeah. In like a gaining phase. Yeah. I mean, I'm probably like 2,000 right now.
So that's like what we like aim for to like maintain our weight. So we're going to be eating like 5 times that.
And we still have McDonald's. We still have Domino's.
Planned it all out in my fitness pal. to make sure that we're actually going to be able to hit it. So after we finish filming this, we're going to go get like Cinnabon, Starbucks.
Yeah, and we're going to have to train as well, and I'm really scared.
Domino's large pizza. It's going to be...
Yeah, interesting.
But like my stomach, I can already feel it. It's like...
Oh, this is why I'm wearing a shirt.
A little bit bloated. It's just feeling a little bit much.
I woke up bloated as well, and I was like, brilliant. Like, it's always like the way, isn't it? It's like when you're doing something.
Totally. But no, we just want to like bring a little bit of fun around the kind of fitness side of things as well.
Yeah.
I feel like on YouTube, it's very much like fitness or like food channels.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like we're very much of the opinion that like,
I like both.
Yeah, you can do both, and like you can enjoy yourself and have your goals that you're achieving at the same time, and like learning how to do both is what's going to allow you to maintain weight loss or your physique or whatever it is that your goals are for the rest of your life. So that's kind of what all this is going to be about, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%, because like we're going to be doing like lots of things now. We're here in Dubai, we've got like a new life, so we want to showcase that as well, because I think it's actually important for you guys to like get to know us as like people, because I hate if like there's someone that I'm coaching and they don't actually know me as a person, because I feel like that's so important as well. Like I want you to get to know like the real me. Like this is not just like, oh, a business where you're signing up to a nutrition and training plan. Like yes, it is that, but like I want you to feel like you know me and like we can get on, because if you trust someone and you know someone, I feel like you're going to be more open and honest with me and like maybe like your journey as well. And then 100%. You're probably going to get more results, because I've had that with coaches before. It's like if I know them and I, get on with them, then I'm going to feel like I can open up about maybe like my past experiences or like what I did at the weekend, or if I'm going through a hard time. Like I want that connection with my girls.
Yeah, you need to have that. Like the key part of the online coaching relationship is communication.
Oh, yeah,
like
100%.
It's everything, because you need to be able to build that rapport and support your clients and be there for them, but also give them that tough love when they need it as well.
Yeah, I literally said to my clients the other day, actually, and they're probably maybe hearing this right now, but I sent them a form out and I was like, right, just to like a rejig of like the coaching side of things, just wondering how you're feeling at the moment. Do you want me to be a dick or do you want me to be nice? Sometimes, you do need to put that, little bit of harshness in there when you know that they need to be called
they
out,
know,
basically.
yeah, they know. And like if they give you the go ahead to be a bit of a dick, then...
Well, yeah, I've been a bit of a dick to a couple of them recently, and look who's back on their plans.
Sometimes that's all you need is a good kick up the bum.
Literally. I mean, I need it as well, to be fair. I feel like we all do.
Oh, God, no.
But yeah.
So what's the current physique goals?
For me, I've just entered, I think 2 weeks ago, a build phase. I want to grow my bum. Yeah. I want to grow my legs. I just did a photo shoot actually before I moved out here. It was in April. And then from like April till like May, June, I was living my life, not really doing
enjoyment.
I was still going gym, yeah, but I wasn't like proper in anything. I mean, I've just moved countries, for God's sake. Okay, give myself a break. But then I was like, right, what are my goals like currently? And I do want to build up my muscles, so I want to grow my bum. So I'm actually in like a bit of a surplus of my calories at the moment.
How are you finding that?
I always find bulking quite tough, to be fair, because it's the mental kind of like I'm gaining weight on the scale, which relates to me maybe when I first did all of this. Like that was a big thing for me. I never wanted to gain weight. And my mindset now, though, is so much better in terms of the scale. I actually get on the scale now and I'm like, why has it not gone up? Have I not gained any muscle? Like, where's my gains? Like that is a difference of like my mindset right now. And it's so refreshing. So I'm not actually fussed about the scales at all, but I do feel a little bit fluffy, but I feel like that comes naturally with it. And it's just me adjusting to the higher calories anyway, because I was in such a harsh deficit with my photo shoot because we got really lean, didn't we?
Yeah.
So honestly, but I feel great. I have so much energy. Like I'm getting up in the morning and I feel great. I'm hitting PBs. Look how hard am I pushing in the gym?
So good.
Like,
so good.
I don't think I've ever pushed myself this hard. Literally, I was literally swearing at her the other day.
It's so good training with someone as well, though. Like, could not recommend enough if you have like a friend or a family member that you can train with, because like we've been pushing ourselves. Like even my strength is like going through the roof, and I'm like,
she's on hip thrust and leg press. Oh my goodness,
150 kg.
You can get in the bin because that is ridiculous.
No, it was 160 because you snuck on that little
100 over here.
Wow, that was insane.
I mean, that's quite good for my my pins.
Yeah, good for your legs. So yeah, build phase.
Yeah, build phase, I think 5, 6 months. I don't know. I'm going to see maybe at 6 months how I feel, because you've got to commit to a build phase that you really have. You can't really just do it for like 2 months and then be like, oh, I'm going to cut now, because I don't feel like you're going to gain as much muscle as you're probably expecting. I feel like you do need to commit. But I get it's hard, because I think by the end of the year, it's going to be winter in Dubai, which is a bit cooler, but that means we're going to be able to actually sunbathe, because it's ridiculous right now.
So hot right now.
So I actually do want to be a little bit leaner for that point. So hopefully I'll do like a 4 to 8 week kind of harsh shred. And then feel a bit better. But I'm not really like at the moment like focusing so much on like, oh my God, I need to be like so like abs. Like I'm just enjoying my life.
I think like for when I did my first build, I think it was nearly 2.5 years ago. And that totally shifted my mindset.
Oh yeah, my first one was like, I got up to like above 3,000 calories. I never ate that much in my life. Yeah. Like my bum literally like tripled. Yeah.
And I think like, you know, I was taking a few of my girls through build phases now, and they're like, oh my God, it's so empowering. I feel so strong. I feel so confident. And it's nice to not just focus on the scales.
It's like, oh, always like, as well as like, oh, calorie deficit. Yes, it's great, but you do need a break.
Yeah,
you really do.
Like I think a lot of people fall into this trap of like a calorie deficit as like a lifestyle phase. And I'm like, a calorie deficit is meant to be for a period of time, ideally like 4 to 6 months max at one time.
Depends how well you're doing it.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. So instead, what happens is people stick to their calorie deficit like 3-4 days a week, then, you know, hit the fucking button on the weekend, and then like their progress gets stalled, and then they end up being in a deficit for so much longer.
And then they're in a deficit for like a year or like 2 years.
Because they're not actually in a deficit.
And that's what I actually say to my girls, is like the better you do each phase, the quicker you can move through different phases, and the more like you're just going to feel so much better. Like I could not stick to a calorie deficit. That 4-5 months for my photo shoot was enough.
Oh my God.
That was enough.
January to April. I mean, that was horrendous anyway, because
that was horrendous.
We were moving country. We were both going through breakups. I was like selling my house. I was moving to Dubai.
It was, and we were doing a photo shoot and on a harsh diet. Can you imagine the emotions?
That was insane. Like when I think back, I'm like, how the hell did I do that?
And it was like a beach photo shoot as well. So I don't like, when I cut quite nicely. Like I don't like always rush things, but towards like the last 3 or 4 weeks, like, oh my God, I don't think I've dieted as hard as I've dieted there.
The only thing I would say is it was maybe a little bit easier for me because I had no appetite.
True, the stress helps. So if you're wanting to lose weight, I suggest you go through a breakup. No, don't just go and dump your boyfriends right now.
I mean, unless you're really unhappy, then
then maybe just go and do that. But again, we'll get into our advice.
Oh God, I know. Yeah, I feel like that was tough, but I can't even remember my point of why we.
I don't know. I just got on the topic of men.
But yeah, the photo shoot stuff. Like I think doing the building your physique out. Like when I seen my gains from the second build I did, I was like, holy shit. And then going into a deficit was like the hardest thing ever. Yeah. So then that was January. But then obviously went through all the breakup and everything. So I guess the appetite and stuff was suppressed. And then, since then it's just been enjoyment. And I'm just kind of like, I'm kind of between goals at the moment, I feel.
We're just trying to maintain and not eat out all the time.
Yeah, because we're obviously eating out a few times a week at the moment. So it's about trying to like, I put this on my post the other day. It was like the last 4 weeks has been a little bit trial and error. And I think it always is when you're starting a new routine. You know, if any clients ever start a new job or anything like that, I'm always like, it's going to take a couple of weeks to adjust. We need to get used to your new routine. It's hard
because of the food as well. It's like different supermarkets, different like brands, different like, because if you buy like English brands here, like I would be broke.
Oh my God, yeah, it's so expensive.
Yeah, like it's mad. Yeah. So you have to like adjust to like all like the brands here. And it's really hard to find your feet, but I feel like I'm starting to a little bit.
We're getting there. It's just an adjustment. And I'm doing meal prep from next week.
Is that Monday?
Yeah, Monday. Yeah. So 5 days a week, 3 meals a day and a snack. So I'm literally not going to even have to go to the food shop. And then we'll go out twice a week. And then that'll be it.
But yeah, I'll see so much with that. I might actually copy it.
Because I was doing meal prep in the UK for like the last 5 months before I left, and
I really love to snack. I don't know if I could actually stick to one snack a day.
I know. We'll see.
I eat 5.
Well, you can because you're in a building phase. So
yeah, true. I've got the calories right now to do so. So we're all good. Which Speaking of that, I feel really bloated, starting.
I know, we're going to have to like nap throughout the day today with all these extra calories.
Well, we need to get a move on as well soon. But
So yeah, we're going to wrap this episode up here. We just thought we'd do a little chatty, get to know us, a little bit of background about us. And the next episode will have, I guess, a lot more
lots
details.
more gossip
Yeah.
for you guys. I mean, we'll be sensible, but a lot of gossip.
But yeah, don't forget to give us a 5-star rating if you enjoyed the podcast. Make sure you follow us over on YouTube.
And watch our 10,000 calorie challenge. That's going to be posted
like that
because
video.
I feel like I'm going to be dying.
I gotta know. And if you've got any ideas on things that you would like us to do next,
Yeah, let us know on Instagram as well.
Yeah.
Like we'll pop that.
pop our bios in the information box. But yeah, have a good day.
Bye.